What is up, YouTube? All right, so I'm making shorts, and then I'm going to make a little longer, in-depth videos. Just not really even to push more content out, but I noticed that I get a lot more likes and a lot more subs off my shorts. So that'll just be its own thing. I'll make a short, little brief summary, and then I'm gonna, especially on these build series, I'm gonna do a little more in depth. Like, sorry, I got like a fuzz on my. Oh yeah, it's fine. I got like a big hair, and there was a fuzz on my camera. Anyway. Sorry about that, you guys. So I'm going to be doing a little bit longer, in-depth videos here as I go along. This being probably one of the first ones. So plan is, here's the plan. So I pulled out the 700 CFI motor. It's got the goofy engine straps. That's a strap there and a strap there. So I pulled the motor out. That's already, I have a deal lined up for all the electronics in this motor, and the brand new cylinders are getting traded off for an RMK 700 with kind of a lunch bottom end, but great pistons, great cylinders, great head. I need the red head. I want to get rid of this one. Yeah. So I got the motor mount plate I just put in for the little short that I made, and yeah, there she is. That's the $200 or $300 plate that I got from Brad Werson at PAR, Power Addiction Racing. So I'll try and keep you guys posted. I'm just waiting now. It's a trade game for me. So if you don't know me, if you're new to the channel, I get everything as a basket case or project, and I buy, sell, and trade to get all my parts and pieces, and or sell the parts or pieces to fund these builds. So I'm not taking anything out of my paychecks. I can't afford that. It's just today's economy, and on a single wage right now. So it is what it is. Like, I love it. I love doing this. This is what I'm good at. I grew up not poor, but you know, I had hand-me-downs, and I was very thankful for them, and I'm very thankful that I'm able to buy. My parents mostly really do help me, but they help me buy new stuff for my kid, like, so it's nice. But anyways, to get in the thick of it, guys, yeah, so I have a really good bottom end in this one. It's the newer style water pump, and then I have the old style water pump. See that difference there? That cap's missing for that. So this, they basically, on the newer water pump style, this from to come down to the coolant reservoir. I don't know if this is the in or the out. I'm still learning how the coolant systems all flow, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, because the coolant reservoir sits right here, and then you fill it up, and it goes through. So this must be in, and then the out goes on the head, and then circulates back into the tunnel, circulates around the tunnel, comes back out of the tunnel, and into the coolant reservoir, like so. There you go. So this is the in, right? So you fill it here, and then it goes down, and it go down under into the motor right there, or it'd go on top wherever that newer water pump style is, and then it would go through the motor, all the water jacket and the cylinders and stuff, and cool it off, and then it goes through to the head and the little ports through the cylinders, and then it comes out, and there's a thermostat, and then it returns through here. So that would I guess be the out. Yeah. So that will have to twist like that, and that'll go onto the one that I'm using, the older motor. So yeah, so I got her. It's pretty easy, guys. I'm not going like every nut and bolt, every pin, everything. If you guys have questions or any comments, ask away. Like, ask how I'm doing things, how I'm doing this build, because I really like doing this, you guys. I still have to pull this off. This went to this is like an air breather for the VES valves. So I'm pulling this guy off, and then I am also pulling this off. So, and then I'm gonna get a nice low pro one back here, like my old last one that I built that's on this channel. So, and this is riveted, I think, to this plate. The taillight is riveted to this jerry can rack holder. So yeah, I'm gonna bring it to my shop at work, give it a good cleaning, just blast it in the wash bay real quick, and clean out the whole engine bay nicely. I did kind of wipe under there, yeah, and then I just set it on for my little short video that I made, but here's more in depth. But so how you pull these motors is really easy. The cylinders are already off, so to me it just, I don't know, to me it does not make a difference if the cylinders are off or not. You're working around the motor anyways. I was able to fit a wrench in through here, and then there's a sensor on the 700 CFI motor right there. You can see those Phillips are not screwed in all the way. I just unscrewed that, pulled this sensor out, moved it out of the way, and then I had enough room to get my wrench in there, and then I can make full turns because this kind of impedes in the way. So, and then this one I was able to get to really nicely. All of them, I was able to get to the rest of them. That was the only one that really gave me grief. So, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. And then you had your one coolant hose that goes to the bottom of the motor. That's this guy, and yeah, it just goes like that. Sorry, it goes right like that. So there's your into the motor, and this would be your out. I think that's how it works. I'm like positive because there's your other cooler. Unless it goes that way, which I don't really care or know, but that's how that went. So, yeah. So I'm going to be changing some rad hoses. It has the dual cooler. This is what I was talking about before. So there's another cooler behind this engine bay, or yeah, whatever this cradle is called, engine cradle. So there's a cooler. I'm not sure. I don't have my light on me. Yeah, I think there's a cooler up in there. Can't see without a light. I don't know. Camera. I don't know, guys. I know there is because there's two lines right there. So that right in there, that piece, or that thing you see in this little cutout, that would likely be the cooler we're looking at, because those, yeah, it's a dual cooler system. So there's a certain head that I'm going to run, and I am running the dual cooler. Does help the engine run better. Why not? If it's there, use it. Some guys are like, oh, it just adds weight. Oh, just fancy this, fancy that. Well, you know what? I ran it before on my mods, and I've never had an issue. So also, to take the motor out, I left the clutch on. So I left the clutch on, and I just removed this guy. So there's a little trick to these Polaris Dragon and IQ chassis, which I thought was really cool. So these, I always use a ratchet instead of electric impacts and stuff. So I loosened these off, and then I slowly spun them out with my electric ratchet, because I could do this with them, and they weren't tight. So if they're tight, then I'll slowly, and then I'll give it heat and just work these, and because you don't want to have to rethread these or put new nuts and bolts in. It's just nice to use the factory stuff, and they do got thread lock on them. You can see the blue there. Yeah. So, anyways, backed those out, and then I got to this one, right, this outer one, and then I'm like, how do I get there? They put plugs in there, guys. I was today years old when I found out they put plugs in there. So there's the plug for that one. Yeah. So it just pops right out, and good shape. So I'm going to pop back in one. This is an engine torque arm. And I noticed with this chassis too, if anyone could fill me in, it's like there's hardware or something that should be to join these two together. I'm going to do it anyways. It's a little kinked here anyway. So this chassis did have a kind of whatever collision. I knew it. I said in the previous video, these are the newer plastics. Somebody's changed all these plastics. Like you can see, it's not a perfect fitment. Like you can see a gap there on again, but I'm willing to bet that was from being tweaked. And yeah, they didn't, like, it's just they're not even rivet, they're just plastic push pins. That's crazy. It's like I guess that's what holds a lot of car pieces together. Anyways, these are the newer plastics. This is an 07 chassis. Never had these nice sleek front plastics from factory. I'm glad it does. And then I'm going to fix up these cracks. There's a bigger one on the other side that I showed on a previous video. So I'll be fixing those, washing the engine bay at work, and then probably see if I can't tack weld this together. I don't know. I'm going to straighten it out for sure. And then every little seal or like seam that you can see through. Yeah, like there, that one. And then there's one, a couple in there. I'm just going to fill those with probably that foam spray stuff. I mean, it held in our old 70s camper just great. If it falls off and crusts away, what am I going to lose? Like, I have a bunch of it here anyways, somewhere on that shelf there. But yeah. So I'm very excited, guys. Stay tuned. I'll be adding electronic reverse. I'll teach you how to do that to your big block motors. I don't know. I don't think you can do it to the 600s. but I know you can do it to the 700 and 800. So yeah. So that'll be, sorry, I keep touching the camera. I got like an anti-glare thing on that is showing up on my end of the camera. And then I do that and it goes away, but I don't know if it's showing up. I guess I'll go look at this video, see if it's just a setting on this phone, but yeah. And then I'm very impressed with these lights. Hey guys, you want some good lights? These Amazon lights are wicked. My buddy Matt on Six's Performance, he was asking about lights. I really should have said something in his comments about these. There's a little plug and adapter you can get, and we are just going to hardwire this wire. I can't remember where it is. Anyways, we're going to hardwire it into that line, because that line goes through all these. I'm just leaving those bells up. That one doesn't work, but I don't care. I'll throw some new bulbs in there eventually. More light the merrier. Yeah, I'm going to tie that into this line, and then that line goes all the way down here, and then comes down here, you know, at the top to the switch. So that will turn on everything instead of, you know, that little bit of piddly light. Yeah, that one doesn't even really work. So when I come in, I just have that piddly little light. But so a little bit of a shop update, a little bit of a, you know, my stuff's getting messy, but that's what happens when you build. Yeah. Just kind of bummed out about this, actually. I brought this in early the weekend, gave her a nice bath. Like, well, it's okay, it's not the best, but I washed off the whole engine, got underneath. You know, this guy I was supposed to trade for an RMK 700, and yeah, I'm not blaming the guy at all. If you see this video, man, I'm not blaming you. These things happen, all right? You're a primo dude, and I hope you get what you want for your sled. But I was a little bummed out because I brought it in here and washed it, and it's like, oh, you know, and I took several videos for him. And he seemed happy, and then all of a sudden, you know, seen his sled posted up for sale again. And I was like, all right, well, whatever. Whatever. So this is likely getting trade off with my Honda XR350 for a KTM 525. I'm hoping one of my longtime friends, yeah, he has one, so I'm hoping we can do a deal or trade on that. That'd be cool. If I get that video, or that bike, I'm going to make a wicked video. You get to the top end slap together, and then we're going to do some wicked rides on that. I'm going to get a GoPro, and then I'm probably going to go ride with him, the guy that I'm trading. He's a longtime friend of mine. So, yeah. All right, guys, that's it for tonight. I'm tired. I'm going to go in, wash up, shower, play some video games with the love of my life, and then it's work tomorrow. Yeah, I got to bring all those tools in because it actually, guys, -6. It actually got to -8 last night. I checked my phone. So if you have anything that needs to be brought in, bring it in, guys. Anybody in Canada, Alberta? I'm in Edson, so yeah, we had freezing temperatures last night. Snow's coming, you guys, so that's why I'm getting ahead of this early, trying to. I got a coworker, the guy that's gonna help me weld this chassis. He's got some cylinders for my lady sled. It's just a an 07 Rev 800 chassis, but the chassis is modded. I like it. I got it modded. I didn't do a thing to it. Pulled the motor and found that the cylinders were cracked at the top, so like they were chipped away, so there's actually no way of repairing them. But and even if you could, it's not worth it. But everyone tells me, nope, you can't repair that. They're cores. I'm like, okay, whatever. So, but anyways, oh yeah, one more thing. The only thing you really have to modify on this whole build, if you are not doing oil pump, which I'm not, I delete my oil injection every time. It's so easy. I'm going to, again, when I do the long build series and go through every little thing that I'm doing, I'll show you guys how to do it, but I'm not running the oiler. So if you're running the oiler, you can notch this out right here. I think it's actually here. Yeah, I think it's just, oh, sorry. Tried to get around and be lazy that way. Never pays to be lazy, guys. So it takes away from kind of the structural integrity, but you just gotta notch this out, and then you can fit your oiler pump. But I am not an oil pump guy. I mix my fuel. Always have, always will. Never had an issue with my motors. And it's a tight fit when you get that pull start and everything in there, but it does fit. And that's just a rat hose. So, but yeah, if you're running oil pump, you just have to notch that out. And it's not very much, trust me. If you're not running the oiler, perfect. You're gonna slap on a little delete plate that where the oiler went, put your 2 nuts in, maybe a little gasket. If you really want to get crazy, put it on, done. So whatever you want to do though, guys, it's all up to you. Sky's the limit with these builds. And then yeah, you got to have this Dragon one. And I'm pretty sure, hey, now I can compare. I have them out. So I think this big flat one come from the old style. So you have to have the right angle from whatever motor you were using, right? Okay, so that is a Dragon one, I think. Looks like it. Yeah, that's a Dragon one. Yeah. Has not been welded, which is fine. That's why I kept these two then. So I need this piece right here, this angle. Yeah, because you can see there's a difference in the two bungs. I think that was it. Anyways, I'm getting one from that other guy. I'll go through it, but you hold this up. I think it is, yeah, because I'm trying to remember how the hell I did this. Oh, yeah. So you got to hold that up, put this behind, and then you got to trace, right? Pretty sure that's how we did it. And it was this line right here, I think I traced onto this, cut this, tacked it to the bottom of this to this, and that's how I made my... Yeah, that's exactly how I did it, you guys. I traced the line. So it's very easy. You just got to adapt this old style to the newer bottom section because you need that to mount. I mean, yeah, I guess you could. Maybe. Not really, actually. That's quite a bit different. Maybe. No, because that's why you pushed it downwards. So it needs to come up, right? Because, yeah, this does not come onto the big block motor. It is different. So it sits differently at a different location. And I 100% know that. And you need the bung to be longer so you have more depth. Because you're going from it resting on just on there. You can see the round shiny part. And then you got this. Where is it on these? So you have an actual plate piece. Yeah, right there. It's bolted onto the motor. See that? It's like a plate that's bolted on there. Yeah. Come on. Got a bunch of crap on the bench. What am I caught on? Doing all this with one hand. Yeah. Yeah, you can see there's a little torque spit in there, and that's a little plate that bolts to the motor. Yeah, so that's how I've done it before, and it works great. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna get inside and go have some fun for the rest of what's left of my weekend, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Hopefully this is all repaired, washed, I can get it all done. And then I just got to make my way to the city, trade that for the parts that I need. And yeah, shouldn't be too bad, you guys. And then I will be definitely, I think I'll just reseal the whole motor. The bottom end seems fine, but I'll probably put new crank seals in it. Because I think they're just outer crank seals on these motors. I'm like sure of that. These motors are so simple. Anyhow, guys, stay tuned till the next one, and we'll catch you later.